Biafra, isn't it?
Yeah.
Biafra is what you want.
Now Biafra we want. We don't want another thing. Biafra we want.
Biafra is Biafra or death, isn't it?
No, for your Biafra or death.
That's it.
You know?
That's
No Biafra. Anything not enough.
Biafra or Biafra or Biafra.
Biafra or Biafra or Biafra.
All right. So yesterday, a news broke out, and the news said that the federal government of Nigeria is saying that they are ready to negotiate with Nnamdi Kanu. When I saw this news, I burst into laughter. You know why I was laughing? Because no be today. We don't hear this news, it don't take. If you remember a couple of months ago, when they told us that, oh, the federal government is ready to negotiate with Nnamdi Kanu, that very soon Nnamdi Kanu will be released, no problem. And after a while, they came out and told us again that Nnamdi Kanu did not agree to terms and conditions. You remember? Just a couple of months ago, that Nnamdi Kanu did not agree to terms and conditions. So, when I saw this news yesterday, I just laughed. I say, which negotiation do they want to negotiate? What did they want to tell him? If they want to release him, let them release him and let him go. Because absolutely he has done nothing. A man who has done nothing, what do you want to negotiate with him again? For him to quit Biafra? For him to support APC? For him to support ADC or form another party? Which one? Which negotiation? So, let me read out for you some things they wrote about this article. It says, the federal government says it is open to negotiating the release of the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, but insists it should not be used as a condition for political support. Minister of Works, Senator Dave Umahi, stated this on Friday night while addressing journalists in Lagos. Now, it is even the Minister of Works, Dave Umahi, na him dey talk say, na him come out, as he was addressing journalists, no be say he made a public announcement. As he was addressing journalists, when they asked him about Nnamdi Kanu, he said, no problem, that the federal government is ready to negotiate. Now, let me ask, when did Dave Umahi, the Minister of Works, when did he become the Minister of Information? When did he become the personal assistant to President Ahmed Bola Tinubu? When did he become the media person to the federal government? When? So it is the Minister of Works now is telling us that the federal government is ready to negotiate with Nnamdi Kanu. Now, let me ask again, please. When last, or when it was even the first time, you had Dave Umahi come out to say, release Nnamdi Kanu? Have you ever had Dave Umahi from Ebony State? Have you ever heard him come out to talk about the release of Nnamdi Kanu? I can tell you, I remember vividly, yes, that Dave Umahi was one of the people, of course, you know, he's the former governor of Ebony State. He was one of the people that invited Buhari and the Nigerian army to come and do Python Dance 1 and Python Dance 2 in Umuahia. I hope you know. I hope you know. So now, Dave Umahi is the one coming out now to tell us that the federal government is ready to negotiate. Minister of Works. Now, the second question I want to ask, just as I've said before, what do they want to negotiate with Nnamdi Kanu? What? Now, they went ahead, according to this report, they went ahead to say that, but insists it should not be used as a condition for political support. Let me ask again. If it should not be used as a political support, what then shall it be used as? Since the Supreme Court of Nigeria has said, set him free, and you did not set him free. And at this time, when they are preparing for their 2027 election, they want to release him and insist that they should not say it is a political support, or not be say we release him because of politics. So ha! What a funny country. What a funny country. Anyway, there are some other articles that they wrote here, but I will allow my brother to read that out for you. All right. And also hear the analysis he gave, because I tell you, these people are just funny people. I tell you, these people are just funny people. If Nnamdi Kanu is released today, I keep saying it, it is as a result of his merit. He merited it. We don't give any person credit. We wouldn't give any person credit for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Oh yes. Anyway, please watch this video, then you drop your comment on the comment section what you think about this news that they are bringing for us, that the federal government is ready to release Nnamdi Kanu. Please do well to drop your comment on the comment section, but please, I will also beg you now to hear the analysis my brother gave about this, please.
David Umahi thinks that he can fool everyone on the internet space. I want to make it clear that if you hear tomorrow that Nnamdi Kanu has been released or Nnamdi Kanu has been freed from detention, the man fought his battle by himself. Nobody released him, because if you watch what the whole politicians in Nigeria, even from the north, south, east and west, some persons were passionate, really asking for Kanu's release. Some of them were paying lip service just to register their name that, oh, I called for this man's release when he was in detention. They just want to do it for, doing sake. Now, both the people who use, like lip service just to camouflage that they are saying something when they don't mean it deep down in their heart, and both those people who were passionate about it, we recorded them, we watched them, we see them. But David Umahi was, neither this nor that. David Umahi was, mute, because he was the one that read the prescription of IPOB. He was the one that invited Buhari, to the Southeast. He was the one that asked Buhari to take out Nnamdi Kanu if he really wants Southeast to support him. Now, with the wave of 2027 general election, when coalition is forming, David Umahi is coming out to say that they are going to, negotiate with Tinubu to release Nnamdi Kanu. So, David Umahi has been mute right from time. He has been happy about the detention of Nnamdi Kanu. There is no doubt about that. He saw that, come on, everyone's have to deliver. If you know that you have eaten money under Tinubu wants you to deliver. And David Umahi, all these people, they know that, both Bianco Yuku, they know that they don't have level. Southeastern part of the country, most of them are not interested to vote. But people who want to vote has a pattern of voting. So if you like, do whatever you want to do. If they say they are not voting for you, they are not voting for you. So what David Umahi is trying to do now is medicine after death. Anybody who says, oh, tomorrow that cannot be released, you are wasting your time, because the man has fought his battle already. Where were you when he was kidnapped? Oh, I forgot that they were part of the people who planned the kidnapping. Where were you when he has been in detention right from time? Now that you people saw that you need people, you are talking about his release. According to Wike, foul. So all those things they are doing, we know all of them. We know all those tricks. So I'm surprised to see when Vanguard News reported that federal government willing to negotiate Kanu's release. That the federal government of Nigeria is now willing to negotiate Kanu's release. For what? Men will not negotiate anything. You people should leave it there. I thought you people were flexing muscles going to court. Imagine David Umahi saying that it was not, it was not Tinubu that arrested Nnamdi Kanu. It was not Tinubu that detained Nnamdi Kanu. So we should not even put it on Tinubu. Oh, was it Tinubu that detained the Military leader? He released him. And so many other people that Tinubu just dropped their case. But when it comes to the case of Nnamdi Kanu, he was mute. They asked Attorney General of the Federation, Minister of Justice, that you are withdrawing cases of other people. Why can't you withdraw Nnamdi Kanu case? He said he don't know anything about Nnamdi Kanu case. Generation of old liars. Generation of old liars. Imagine David Umahi saying that the federal government is willing to negotiate Kanu's release. You people will learn in a hard way. You people will learn in a hard way. You see, nothing lasts forever, including the power, your position. Nothing lasts forever. So David Umahi has already seen his end. When I mean his end, the end of the power that intoxicates them. He's already seen that, oh, do you mean that by 2027, I will not have this power I'm having now? Maybe they are saying their brain is now beginning to reset. But you see, this life is nothing. This life is absolutely nothing. So anything you do when you have power will be recorded for you. David Umahi, the issue of, this coastal highway, He has offended a lot of people, a lot of accusations here and there. If he leaves office, tell me, what will he be doing to all those things? What will he do with all these allegations and enmity he has created? The coastal highway, he won't finish it before 2027. That is for sure. They are just at 20 to 20 something kilometers, and they have spent trillions. Ew, Nigeria. Anyway, let's run through this article from Vanguard. It says federal government willing to negotiate Kanu's release, Omahe. And this is what it reads, that the federal government says it is open to negotiating the release of the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, but insists it should not be used as a condition for political support. I know why I'm laughing. You won't understand. I know why I'm laughing. If you not day, you understand. Anyway, let's continue. Minister of Works David Umahi stated this on Friday night while addressing journalists in Lagos. He dismissed reports suggesting that the Southeast was making Kanu's release a prerequisite for backing President Bola Tinubu's administration. And this is what happened in quote. Somebody asked me about Nnamdi Kanu and said his matter is not a condition for the Southeast to support Tinubu. We are willing to negotiate his release, but no one should make it a condition because the president did not put him there, Omahi said. Anyway, the president did not put him there. Then, the president, why is he keeping him there if he did not put him there? If you are not responsible for someone's detention, you let him go. And as I said before, if Nnamdi Kanu is released today, no one will claim the glory. The man fought the battle. We saw everything that transpired, how he fought in the courtroom, do everything. In Kenya, the case was also going on. He won his case there. Nnamdi Kanu has been winning his case in the court. Federal High Court Umuahia, Federal High Court Enugu, Appeal Court Abuja. So he has been winning all the cases that has been in court. He has been winning it. So maybe one day someone will come out now and say, yes, we negotiated for Kanu's release. Thunder will fire that person that day. Thunder will fire the person that day. So Nnamdi Kanu is fighting his battle by himself. Now, the minister, the article continues, who hailed Tinubu for his performance in office so far, said the president is a listening leader and expressed belief that Kanu's release will eventually come through divine grace and dialogue, not pressure or political demands. President Tinubu may not be perfect, but he is doing most things right. Now, if, for example, we are living in a sane country, I will rate Tinubu like 20%, which is total failure. Hardship, insecurity, unemployment, to mention but few. Naira depreciation, everything. The country is in dilemma if Nigeria was supposed to be a safe country. But I don't blame Tinubu very well because I also know and understand that Nigeria is programmed to fail. That whoever comes to the office of the president might try economically and all those things, but the person will not be able to totally put Nigeria in place. Never. Because something must be done for Nigeria to become a place. It's either together or not together, but something must be done. And that was the reason why Ojukwu and Gowon met at Apuri town in Ghana.
Clearly, all of the Eastern region's demands, which included greater political autonomy, greater control over the revenue from the Southeast oil deposits, and also a restructuring of the Nigerian army in a way that devolved powers to the regions and got rid of the unfair recruitment quota system, which had allowed for a disproportionately large number of northerners to join the Nigerian army. Although many still debate what exactly was agreed at this meeting, General Ojukwu left Aburi fully convinced that Gowon had accepted all of the Eastern region's demands. This controversial agreement, known today as the Aburi Accord, was not honored by the Gowon administration. Upon returning to Nigeria, General Yakubu Gowon decided instead to break Nigeria's regions into smaller states and turn Nigeria into an American-style federation composed of 12 states. Except unlike in the American system, each state had very little autonomy and very little control over its own resources. For many in the Southeast, this was the last straw. with the Gowon administration having put its cards on the table, Colonel Ojukwu's mind was made up. He proceeded to consult with the various chiefs and traditional rulers of the eastern region, and on the 30th of May 1967, Ojukwu officially announced the secession of the eastern region and the establishment of the state of Biafra.
Self-defense is a constitutional right. Self-determination is not a crime, but a right under the laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and customary international law. Therefore, I make no apologies for pursuing Biafra relentlessly and determinedly. It can never stop. Those who underestimate our resolve do so at their own peril. As I've said before, we are not alive, we are dead already. When you see men, you will understand how determined we are. But there is one thing we have resolved to do. From today onwards, the death of every Biafran will be avenged. If you kill a Biafran, you will be killed. No matter who you are, we will keep pursuing you until you die. You have no peace and you have no rest. I'm saying it on video that the whole world may understand. In 1966, the world kept quiet as Biafrans were slaughtered in their numbers, 300,000 in the north. 67 to 70, over 3.5 million people were killed. Nobody stood trial for it. Rwanda lost less than 100,000 people. ICC and international courts were convened to try those who were responsible, or should I say those who were culpable. The same thing in Liberia. But because you killed us between 66 and 1970 and nothing happened, and from 1945 to 1966 and nothing happened, that was the reason, or should I say, that is the reason why the Fulanis will keep coming to kill us on a daily basis. Right now, from this day onwards, if you kill us, we are going to kill you. The men are ready. They have come to defend Biafra land, not to separate from Nigeria, no. We are going to accomplish that via a referendum. But if you come to our villages now to rape our mothers or abduct our sisters, you will die in the process. Any governor found aiding any of these people or giving our land to Fulani Janjaweed will be in trouble with us. Let me make one thing abundantly clear to all of you listening. We have resolved to die for what we believe in. And our belief is simple, very, very simple, that we are going to defend the land of Biafra with all our might. Not in pursuit of secession, as the idiots would say, but in pursuit of the defense of our land so that our mothers can go to the farm without the risk of being raped and torn to pieces. Some of you saw what happened at Uli. How a very beautiful young Biafran lady went to the farm and never came back. She was not only raped, her body was mutilated, cut into pieces and strewn all across her farmland. None of you did anything. Anambra State governor did nothing. Instead, he went along to appoint the same people that committed such heinous crime against the land itself into his cabinet. These are the idiots we are having to contend with in the land of Biafra. And we are saying enough is enough. If you're part of this very conspiracy to emasculate the children of God, to destroy Biafra land, then you are grossly mistaken. I know that the Fulani Janjaweed are not highly educated, they are not polished, they are not discerning, they cannot reason very well. Let me make this very, very clear. The Eastern Security Network is what it is. An organized vigilante outfit, rather than restricting the activities of the defense of our land to maybe Enugu State or Delta State or even Bayelsa State, for instance. We have resolved to defend the entirety of Biafran territory. Allow me to repeat, because some of you are not educated enough to understand what we are saying. I am addressing this to the Fulani Janjaweed. Allow me to repeat. The Eastern Security Network is there to safeguard our land, to stop Fulani terrorists from Mali, from Gambia, from coming into our land to kill us. Our mothers must return to their farms, and our daughters must be able to move about very, very freely. The only way out of the mess people are in Nigeria is that people should stop talking and doing the work necessary to free everybody from this Fulani-inspired bondage. Today, people died, or should I say a lawmaker was killed in Yoruba land. This same day, today, in Benue State, 4 people were killed. Even in Katsina, young boys were abducted, and girls, as a matter of fact, from the dormitories. That is the level of insecurity in Nigeria. People are dying on a daily basis. Are you going to sit down, just lament, talk about it, and nothing happens? Or are you going to join us to ensure that this reign of Fulani terrorism and insecurity is brought to an end? That is what we are for. That is why this very security outfit has been set up. And that is the work they are going to do. And nobody, and I repeat, nobody is going to stop us. Extrajudicial killings will no longer be tolerated.
All right. So what do you think? Please do want to drop your comment on the comment section what you think. All right. I'll see you in my next video. Thank you very much, and God bless you.